Well guys, it's been 2 weeks exactly since I hung that trail cam from WoSports that they asked me to do the review on. I gotta catch my breath. It's about 1.2 miles up here where I hung it, and I have a very short window of time, so I was trying to get all the way up here without stopping. I didn't make it. I had to stop and catch my breath twice. And we're gonna come around this corner. It's gonna open up and we're gonna see if it's still here, number one. I didn't put cable locks on it, so there's just always a chance that somebody took it. It's still here. Thank you, Lord, for that. So I'm gonna pull it off here in a second, see what kind of pictures we got. All my flagging tape blew off though. So that branch it was on got busted. Somebody sat up here and ate an apple. So I bet I've got plenty of pictures of somebody goofing around. Let's see if they left my SD card in here, because that apple was not here before. All right, SD card's here, so thank you, Lord, for that. Well, there were almost 700 pictures on there. Now that WoSports camera, so I have two trail cameras that I run. They're both stealth cams. They do not have LCD screens in them. So when I go up to check mine, I have to take a little reader to read the SD card. I can't just look on the camera. One of the highlights, one of the features, I guess I should say, of this WoSports is it has an LCD screen where you can scroll down and see right on the game, right on the trail cam, if you had pictures and what they look like. So I looked at a couple dozen of them. A lot of deer activity, which I knew there would be. It didn't look like a lot of false positives. I kind of looked through the first 40 or 50 pictures, and on almost every one of them, there was an animal in it. It did look like maybe a couple that the shadows of this tree right here triggered, which I was concerned about. But overall, I'm excited to get back and see what all is on there. I'm gonna loop around this way and then head back down to the car. Here's my flagging tape. You'll see that I'm gonna pick it up. I always try to leave the mountain better than I found it, certainly as good as I found it. So this is my trash, so I'm gonna pick it up. And then there were some cans kind of off the side of the road on the way up. I'll pick up at least one or two of those so that we leave it better than we found it. And I will look for some sheds. I mean, I followed boot tracks up here, so people have been up here since I set this. Again, this apple core right here was not there when I set this 2 weeks ago, so somebody sat right here and had lunch and busted off this limb, which is where I had that flagging tape tied. But thankfully they didn't mess with the camera. So whoever sat here and ate your lunch, if this looks familiar, hey, I appreciate you being a stand-up person and not messing with my camera. But anyway, we'll look for sheds. This hill gets hit a lot. In fact, I just watched a YouTube video from Hairy Legs Hunting. He's another guy here in Cache Valley. I know that he shed hunt the next ridge over. I could just tell from the scenery and the camera shots. So probably won't find anything, but we'll at least look on the way down. So today we're gonna do the official review of the WoSports G300 trail cam. Wosoda is the company that offers that product. They reached out to me a couple of weeks ago and asked if I would do a review on their trail camera. I said I would love to do a review on it. So you just saw me pull that off the tree up in the mountains earlier in this video, and now we're gonna do the review of it and then also show you some of the footage. This is the box that it came in. Now, I've already unboxed it. Obviously, I had it up in the mountains, but this is what it looks like when it comes to you. It's gonna have your instruction manual with it. It's got a mounting bracket with it and the hardware that goes with that. And then here's the camera itself, along with the mounting strap, which I just still have attached to it. To unlock the battery compartment, simply unlock the side. You'll see an eject button here. Push that. That's your battery compartment, and like most trail cams, it takes 8 AA batteries. And then I'm going to switch the camera angle around now and show you some of the features and just the setup of it. So I have the compartment opened up. This is your up arrow, your down arrow, right and left. Right now it's in off mode. I can turn it to aim, which is the middle selection. And that's going to give me the opportunity to check the images on the trail cam if I want. It's where all my settings are. So to go into settings, I hit the menu button. You'll see that in mode, if I hit OK on mode, I can choose photo, video, or photo and video. Sorry for my reflection there on the camera, guys. So we're just going to hit OK or hit back and go back to that. But I had mine set on photo just because I wanted to give it longer battery time. I rarely take video with my trail cam. I almost always just do photos. You can have multiple photo resolution options. So you can see there's 5 megapixels, 8, 16, or 24. Now the pictures I'm going to share with you, I just had it on 5 megapixels when I had it out on the mountain. So obviously if you wanted a higher quality of picture, you can just bump up those megapixels. Photo series. This allows you to choose how many photos you want to be taken when the infrared triggers. So I had it set to 2 photos in the series. Next option is video resolution, video length. So you can do a 10-second video, 20-second, 30 seconds, 1 minute, or 2 minutes. Now, again, I didn't do video, I did photos. But to save your battery life, if I were going to do a video, I would keep it pretty small, 10 or 20 seconds to give you more battery life. Audio recording, your shot lag, side motion sensors. So I don't know if you can see, but there's 2 side motion sensors on here. And then the sensor level, so the sensitivity, you can do low, middle, or high. I just had it set to middle. Target recording time, time lapse, and then language, time and date, photo stamp, etc., password protection. I won't go through all those. You can format your memory card. Now just remember, if you choose the format your memory card option and you had pictures saved on your SD card, it's going to erase those when it reformats it, so just be careful of that. So those are all the different settings. I found this to be very easy to use, very user-friendly. I am not a tech guy, so I'm always looking for something that's going to be easy for me to use, and I found that the setup instructions were really simple. I'll show you the guidebook that comes along with it here in just a moment, and then also get into more of the specs. Obviously it has an LCD screen on it, which this is the only trail camera I have that does. My other 2 stealth cams that I run don't have that option, so you have to take the SD card out and put it in some sort of reader to see what you have. With this, in the aim feature, so you go either off, aim, or run. In the aim selection, if you just hit OK and then hit OK a second time, it brings up all of your photos. So these are the photos that were on that. And again, I'll put higher sized images here on this video just a second where you can see them all. So it was really easy for me when I got up and pulled the camera off to see if I had any pictures on it or not. That was a feature that, again, is new to me. I know it's not new to trail cameras. I know you guys are probably thinking, well, yeah, no kidding. But my 2 other trail cameras don't have that LCD feature. Here's the guidebook that came with it. Again, very user-friendly. I thought it laid everything out really well. It gives your instructions for setting up the camera, using the camera, shows you how to mount it, talks about the battery change. I went through a little bit of this information when I was showing you the features of the camera, but your photo resolution options are 5, 8, 16, or 24 megapixels. As far as your photo series, you can choose to capture 1, 2, or 3 photos every time. Your video resolution, you can choose, so you can go 1280 by 720, or you can go 1920 by 1080. So depending upon how you want it to show up on your YouTube video, for example, if you don't want those black, black borders on the side, you can change the resolution size. Video length, again, 10, 20, 30 seconds, 1 minute, or 2 minutes. You can turn off the audio recording if you don't want sound when you're doing video. And then your shot lag, I don't think I talked about that feature, but you can have a lag on how long it'll take before it resets basically and takes another picture or another video. So it disables the infrared for that amount of time at the conclusion of a shot. You can pick a 5-second, 10-second, 30-second, 1 minute, 30-minute, or 60-minute shot lag. Now, I don't have any idea why you would choose a 30-minute or 60-minute shot lag, at least not for a hunting purpose, if the main reason you have your trail camera up is for, getting data about the animals moving around your area and hunting, but it is a feature. The side motion sensors you can turn off if you choose to do that. Again, the sensor level, we showed that. You can go low, middle, or high. It's very easy to set the time and the date. So again, I just thought it was really user-friendly. Now you're going to see that I had the camera on 5 megapixels. So the picture quality of the pictures isn't amazing, but that's more of the setting I chose, I think, than the quality of the camera. The other thing I noticed, it didn't take very many pictures at night. Now it could just be that there wasn't a lot of animal movement at night. Maybe the animal movement was more during dusk and dawn, which is typically the case. But I would have expected a few more pictures at night. So again, just a heads up on that. I didn't get very many, so it's possible maybe that I didn't have the sensitivity set high enough for it to attract those, or detect, that movement in the middle of the night. The price point, when I looked on their website, it's about $38. I think for what you get, I think it's definitely a good value, $38 for that camera. I know my stealth cams that I bought a couple of years ago, I paid about $50 each. And again, they don't have the LCD screen. They do video and photo, but their video options, they don't have near as many on them as this does. So I will put links in the description to their web page, their Instagram, and their YouTube page. Now, the only thing that I found, frustrating is not the right word, I guess what would have been more helpful is if I would have gotten a link ahead of time for this specific camera. So I don't really have that. The link I'm going to share with you is just a link to their website, and then once you get to their website, you'll notice they offer a variety of products, so then you'll have to go to trail cams and then look for the G300. But anyway, they did send me this for free. Just want to make sure everyone understands. I'm not being compensated if you purchase any of their cameras. There's no Amazon link where I get a percentage or anything like that. They just asked me to do the review. I would definitely purchase one of these. In fact, I will purchase one of these for what I do with it. For me, I just love to get pictures of animals in the woods, and then pre-hunting season, I like to put them out to see if I can get an idea of where the animals are moving. Utah actually just passed a law this year that we cannot have our trail cameras hung in the field during the season. We have to have all of our trail cameras pulled off the mountain by July 31st, I think is the date. But I didn't really use mine once the season started anyway, so it won't affect me, but I know it's got a lot of hunters frustrated. So anyway, that's the review, guys. The WoSports G300 trail cam. I'll put all the links in the description. Thanks so much for coming along today and for all your support. I do want to shout out a channel that I've shouted out before, but he does the most thorough trail cam reviews of any channel I watch, and that's Hunting Farmer. So if you want to see a real review on a trail camera and just about every trail camera imaginable, go check out Dave at the Hunting Farmer. I'll put a link in the description for his channel as well. Thanks, guys. Hope you have a great day. We're getting fairly close tonight. Well, we're at about 862 subscribers. The next giveaway will be at 900. So help us get to 900 and we'll do our next giveaway. God bless you guys. See you the next time we're out on the mountain.